The internet blipped out for whatever reason. Dropped our other. So Boyd up front, Larch 3.3 seconds. Vinny's in third. Cooper is fourth. Graves, Simmelman, Stidham. Lawrence, Spalding, and Kuhn. And Dakota Kuhn is not that far in front of your leaders. There he goes through. Turns 1 and 2, and here comes your leader just about a straightaway behind. Larch is closing in. Michael Larch is running down the leader. 14 to go. He is a half a second a lap faster than the 94 of Boyd. Adam Vinny. .3 seconds off the lead. Nick Cooper. Casey Graves, your top 5 at the moment. Let's find out, where is Seth Wansing? Seth Wansing at 14th. He's going to pick up some spots, but I think the guys at the very front are going to be able to, a couple of guys at the front are going to be able to make it. It's down to 1.6 seconds. Larch is getting close. There went your leader. There goes second. Here comes third place. It is close. It is 1.2 seconds. Car coming out of the pits. I believe that's the 41 of Mike Moffitt, 20th place there. It's under a second now. Larch. He is running it as hard as he can run it. He's got it down to 3/4 of a second. It's down to half a second now. Michael Larch. Just in a different zip code. 39.91. No. 41 flat for the 48. 41.74 for your leader. And now Boyd can see the 48 in the mirror. Side by side for the lead coming out of turn number 4. 10 laps to go. Cars on pit road. That's Austin DeMore in the 7. Boyd is able to hold off the 48. Goes to the high side. This time, a little too much off the bottom. Larch is able to squeeze by. He's not clear yet. What happens down in 3 and 4? Now Larch clears by a full car length. Larch back to the point. Boyd second. Vinny about 5 seconds back in third. And Casey Graves is starting to reel in the 64 a little bit late here. Casey Graves can make it on fuel. I'm not sure if the 64 can. He might be able to. I feel like he was one of the drivers that was going to have to make a splash and go stop. Your 2 leaders now all alone with 9 laps to go. And Graves is starting to show up in the mirror of the 64. He has got it down to about a second. Nick Cooper in 5th. And Cooper came on strong at the end of the last run. Stidham, Semmelman, Spalding, Kuhn, and Wenzel the top 10 at the moment. Wansing is 11th, a lap down. Shane Yost right behind him. So we only have 10 cars on the lead lap. Make it 9. With Corey Wenzel being that 10th place car, as Mike Moffitt and a couple of others, 2 and off of pit road. I think late in this one you're going to see someone's going to get close. They're going to try to stretch it and run out of fuel. Somebody's going to make it. That wasn't expected to. I feel like Graves is one of those cars. It could be Boyd. Outside chance it could be Vinny, but I think he stopped with about 23 or 24 to go, and that's just 1 or 2 too many laps. And now Vinny's got company. He finished right behind him last night in the Truck Series, and now to the bottom, Graves. Once again, is he going to get in front of the 64? He clears him out of 4, and Casey Graves on the bottom of the podium with 6 laps remaining. Get back to the front because Larch is coming up on the wave lap. 5 to go this next time by. Can he make 5 more laps? Does he have to stop and get a splash of fuel? If he and Boyd have to stop, Graves is in the catbird seat. He stretched fuel to the max. Gary Boyd to pit road. With just a couple of laps remaining here. 4, 5. Larch, I think Larch is going to have to pit too with maybe this next lap or the lap after that. I think Casey Graves is the driver in the catbird seat now. He can absolutely make it to the end on fuel. His strategy is going to be great. Adam Vinny, maybe another one. But I think he's going to be about a lap short, maybe 2. I'm not sure. At the end of this thing, it is going to be a complete and utter shakeup. If we see cars running out of fuel, guys having to dive to pit road for splash and goes. But Larch is out front with 4 laps to go. Graves, Vinny, Cooper, Stidham, Semmelman, Spalding, and Boyd. Boyd stayed on the lead lap with just that splash and go, but he's 8th right now. I still think a couple of these cars have to stop. Michael Larch coming around. It'll be 3 to go this time. Does he have 6 more miles of fuel in the 48 car? Casey Graves, 5 seconds behind him, and I know he's got enough. I have 0 doubts that the 0-1. He pitted with about 19 laps to go, and that's well inside the window. Adam Vinny, 22-23 to go. Yeah, he had 22 to go when he pitted, so that is maybe right at the edge. And if he's saved enough fuel, maybe he can make it. Nick Cooper into 4th. So Graves, Cooper, and Stidham teammates running 2, 3, and 4 right now. Semmelman is currently 6th. But if anybody falls out, it'll be a top 5 for Austin Semmelman if he can capitalize. Was 2 to go that time by in the 48 car. Does not look like he's stopping. He'll come around and get the white flag of this time. And I am flabbergasted if he makes it. He pitted lap 59-21. Man, he's right on the fringe. Right on the fringe. But he takes the white flag. He's got to make it 2 more miles, and he has got 5 seconds. He could pedal it right here. He could clutch it. And just pick it up on the straightaways, and I know he would make it. And that might be what he's doing. Graves 2nd. Vinny now is 3rd, and Cooper is 4th. So Top three are pretty much settled in the 3 and 4 for the final time. If he coasts it out, he can still make it to the finish line. Michael Larch will win the season opener for the Timber Creek Home Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys. There's your checkered flag. Larch with the win. Graves comes home in second. And Adam Vinny, looks like Adam Vinny might be out of fuel right there, but he coasts it across the line, and he'll pick up another podium finish in as many nights at DSRL. Cooper fourth, Stidham was fifth. Garrett Boyd recouped all the way back to sixth in that 94 machine with that late pit stop, and Kevin Spaulding comes home in seventh. Dakota Kuhn, Shane Yost, and Seth Wansing through your top 10. Getting a push around because he was out of fuel. Wenzel 11th, Semmelman 12th, Pfluger 13th. Nice recovery for Victor Pfluger after the incident on pit road. DeMoore 14th, Gagliano 15th, Strickland was 16th, Thomason 17th, Brander. Tough run for Thomas Brander. He's going to finish in 18th tonight. Moody 19th, Moffitt was 20th, Steele, Lawrence, Werdeman, and Whiteman through the 24 entries. So let's start looking for drivers. I know they're here. I saw, oh, there they are. There we go. Casey Graves, I'm pretty sure I saw him down here. I did. And we're kind of waiting to see if Michael Larch can make his way. Oh, there he is. He's already in. I am so happy to see that. Couple of moves, and we'll get him into the waiting room as well. All right, let's get ready to start talking to our top three finishers. And once again, we're going to talk to the 64 car on the bottom rung of the podium. But Adam Vinny, up, down, around, and around, and a third-place finish here tonight, man. Debut in the B car. And I know you had some reservations, but I don't think you have anything at all to be reserved about anymore. We saw. I was pretty convinced that you were about 2 laps short after your pit stop, and there was a whole bunch of other guys I thought were short, and some of them actually made it all the way to the end. So good on you for saving a couple laps and at least getting a podium out. Yeah, awesome job, man. The truck series had a big field. We had a big field here tonight, and I think that this particular format, it really throws a ringer at some of you guys, but it makes for some really good racing.
Week, and hopefully we'll see that checker flag victory lane.
Well, an awesome job, man. Shout outs and thank yous before I let you go.
Yeah, appreciate you, Roger, Dirt Racing Network, all the work that you guys put in for this league, and the truck series. A heck of a job. Beards Wisconsin, Small Batch Beard Oils and Balms, Next Level Litigation Support, Port Charlotte, Lawn Care, Justin in Jersey at BeefOBradys. Really appreciate them coming on. Yeah, just everybody that's on the car and the continued support. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Remember, back at the field next week, buddy, when we kick off round number 2.
Looking forward to it.
I know you are, my friend. I know you are. Congrats again, man. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, everybody.
Adam Vinny finishing in 3rd, and now let's move on to our 2nd place finisher. He pulls double duty. He pulls double 2nd place finishes. Casey Graves, I got to say, I know somehow that 2nd to last run, you had some kind of magic in the car to get extra laps on fuel, because you were the only one I was positive was safe the very final run of the race. What did you do to save enough fuel to get you under 20 laps to go before that last pit stop?
I was just clutching it. The 2nd to last run, I knew I'd had a pretty good fuel advantage over everybody, and I ran it. I think I ran the first like 10 laps hard, and then I started clutching. Honestly, I don't think I needed to save at all in that 2nd to last run. That kind of hurt me. I had 2 gallons left over when I finished, or 2 laps left over.
Well, you still were coming up through the field pretty good the end of that 2nd to last run there, and okay, he's going to pit. No, he's not going to pit. Yes, he's going to pit. No, he's not going to pit. You ran that about 24, 25 laps. Nobody else was able to get that many laps out of fuel, man. And that puts you in a cab. I thought all the guys around you were going to, like, fall out with fuel, and only one of them did.
Yeah, I had got a big head start on saving fuel. And I think the other 2 there that finished 1st and 3rd, they kind of caught on to our team's plan to just super save fuel and try to go hard at the end, but they were able to do a pretty good job and came up just short tonight, but take a 2nd place.
Well, I got to ask you, you ran the truck race and had a fantastic run with your teammate last night. Similar format, longer race, different car. How is the format as a driver, knowing that you have to save tires, you got to save fuel, all that? What does that bring in that you don't normally get in other places where you go race?
I mean, I've run leagues that have kind of similar format. Maybe not so much of the tires, fuel definitely. It just makes it more of a strategy game. And when do you take your tires? When do you take your fuel? Like, we kind of had a game plan of let's not take our tires until about halfway in the race, and then we'll just use them on the last pit stops. Yeah, I don't know if people save tires in case we had a yellow or what it may be. Like, that was the only thing I was really worried about at the end, because I knew I had a couple lap fresher tires than everybody. I was just worried if somebody took that extra set or saved a set and they could save them for the last like 5 lap run or they'd probably win the race.
Well, an awesome job, man. 2 2nd place finishes in a row. And once again, I got to tell you, next week, that means you'll go with the other 4 cars to the back of the field to start round number 2. What do you think about that?
I mean, it seems like it makes it interesting. I'm fine with it. These races are a little bit longer, so I don't think it really matters. Nick started in the back, and ended up.
Guy's an animal.
Definitely can be done. Yeah, oh yeah. He just loves starting in the back and carving his way through the field and trying to win these things.
Well, 4th place finish for him tonight, man, as your teammate. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you go after an awesome run tonight. I'm sure you are a little wore out.
Yeah, a little bit. Just all the guys racing with us at True Speed tonight. Low Drag Esports, 712 Brakes, racing. Of course, you guys for putting this on and you broadcast.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Thanks for chatting with us, and I will look forward to seeing you back next Monday night.
Yep, thank you.
Casey Graves finished 2nd here again. Finished 2nd in the trucks last night, and now series debut. Driver's debut, Michael Larch. You made it look a little too easy the last couple of fuel runs.
I don't know about that. I kind of knew jumping into this thing it might come down to a fuel mileage game, and that 2nd to last run, I started saving, holding the clutch in, going into the corners for about out of the last 8 or 10 laps of that fuel run, and I was able to save just enough to get me to the point to where I could make it to the end on the last run.
I wasn't convinced that you were going to make that last run with fuel still in the tank. I thought you might run out about a lap short. But, man, you wasted no time. You got in, you ran Boyd right on down, got around him, and you just kind of spaced yourself out. It looked like you were on cruise control for the last 5-6 laps of this final run.
Yeah, once I came out, I kind of drove pretty hard. With the setup I got, I set it up kind of loose, hoping that later in the run it wouldn't be so tight in the middle of the corners. And it worked out, but the first couple of laps were a handful, and you guys saw that on the initial start of the race when I was sitting on the pole. I went into the first couple turns in the first 2 or 3 laps, and it was everything I could do to catch it and not spin it around or put it in the fence. So, yeah, that last run, was able to catch Garrett there, got around him, and then once I got around him, knowing where everyone else was on what laps they were on, they were right there with me. I knew I could kind of take it easy from there.
Well, I have to tell you that qualifying on the pole and losing the car on the first lap in front of the field is an embarrassment that I have suffered, and you never want to suffer that embarrassment because you can't live it down. It's a horrible thing. But you did a great job of saving the car. I think you fell back to, 6th, 7th place, and then you immediately got it underneath you and started driving your way back to the front again. So great job doing that. After that, man, long green run. You guys had plenty of green flag pit stops. I don't know if you're used to racing a series like this where it's limited fuel and limited tires, but it looked like you managed everything just about exactly the way you needed to.
Yeah, I've done other leagues and series to where you got limited fuel or tires for that matter, but I think my strength is taking care of my tires and being really consistent on long runs with the speed and the lap times of these cars. So once I saw it was 50% fuel, I knew that when that first caution came out, whenever we were going in for the first pit stop, I wasn't going to take tires because we had to save a set. So I wanted those for the end. So that first string that I ran on those original tires were 40 laps or so, maybe a little bit shy of that. So I kind of really abused them. But after that, with 50% fuel, you could really drive really hard during the whole run.
Well, an awesome job, man. You're going to go to victory lane for the first race of the season. And I don't know if you know this or not, but the top 5 in points starting next week have to start at the tail of the field as well as all of the limitations of the series. So you're going to have a challenge trying to get back to victory lane 2 in a row.
Yeah, I raced with these guys a little bit ago in the, I believe it was the super lates or maybe just the late models. My good buddy Dean Gagliano raced with them also. And, he's been with them, and he had a struggle tonight, but he talked me into joining these guys again, and it's been a lot of fun. And I'm really interested in doing the open setups. I think that's really neat and challenging in itself. But yeah, starting from the back should be fun, but seems like we got a good group of guys in here that take care of each other around the track, and they're really respectful. So looking forward to the challenge.
All right, man, some shout-outs and some thank yous before we let you get out of here and celebrate this great victory.
Yeah, I guess shout out to Carhartt. If you guys need any kind of workwear or casual wear or outdoor wear, check out carhartt.com and order yourself some stuff. My buddy Dean, who got me into this league, you guys up here doing the broadcast. I'm still learning everyone who's kind of putting this whole series on, but everyone involved from the top to the bottom. I appreciate it. Thank you guys, and it's been a blast.
All right, man, congrats on the win. We will look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Michael Larch opens the season up, goes to victory lane in his very first start at DSRL. That was a great race. I have looked forward to this for a long time, and I feel like I was not disappointed in any way, shape, and or form. These guys did a fantastic job out here tonight. I can't wait for the remainder of the season to see how this all plays out. This is the biggest track on the schedule right there. We started things off with a big, long, wide-open track just to see how the guys would acclimate themselves to the racing and to each other, the strategies, and they did not disappoint. I think this is a class group of guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of the season can produce. Big thank you, Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida, BeefOBradys, Premier Setups, Scott King Designs, Edmund Trophy, everybody that is behind us on this. Without all of the sponsors, none of these leagues would be available for these guys to run, and they wouldn't be able to put on the show that they put on tonight. So I think all of them, and I think everything that's going to transpire throughout the season is a result of all the hard work and all the generosity of everybody that is involved in this. So really excited about this season. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Tune in with us tomorrow night. Midwest Truck Series. They got 2 races left in this season, and the points are tight. We'll have those for you when we open the show tomorrow night, and then we'll see how things play out in these final 2 races as we get ready to crown a champion. But I want to thank you for being here. I am sorry about the disconnect towards the end of this thing. Internet failed for whatever reason. I don't know what happened, but the internet just dropped. Every one of my electronics fell off. It was only off for about 4 seconds. Don't know what happened. So if you're just joining us, be sure you go back and watch the first part of this on the other stream. It's very frustrating for me, but I'm glad we got to get to the end and get the interviews. But thank you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing, there's nothing for us to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back all the way around. Till you see us again. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down.